our Honorable Minister, Senator Chris Bowen, Minister for Immigration and Citizenship, representing Prime Minister of Australia, to give us a speech.
My friends, it's great to be with you today to celebrate Indian Independence Day. I acknowledge the very many members of Parliament present today, especially my federal parliamentary colleagues, Senator Fiervanti-Wells, David Bradbury, the member for Lindsay, Ed Husick, the member for Chifley, Michelle Rowland, the member for Greenway, Laurie Ferguson, the member for Werriwa, and also my state ministerial colleague, Victor Dominello, the Minister for Communities and Citizenship, the Leader of the Opposition in New South Wales, a member for Blacktown, John Robertson, and also the former Premier of New South Wales, Nathan Rees, and all the other members of Parliament who've joined us today. Also, my good friend, Her Excellency, the High Commissioner of India, a great friend of Australia, but a great voice for all Indians in Australia. It's very good to see you here, Your Excellency. Well, my friends, today we celebrate many things. We celebrate that day, the 15th of August, 1947, when India moved from being one of the world's great civilizations, one of the world's great cultures, to also being one of the world's great nations, when India took its rightful place as an independent nation in the world. And today I think we celebrate not just that achievement, but also the struggle for independence, which was an inspiration and continues to be an inspiration to so many countries around the world and to so many people around the world. And let's remember today that that struggle for independence provided the world not only with one of the great figures of the 20th century, but one of the great figures of all human time, in Mahatma Gandhi. Let us remember the great inspiration that he is to everybody around the world. To visit any of the shrines to him, any of the places of remembrance to him, is to be touched by greatness. I personally have visited his house in Mumbai. It's to know that you're in the presence of greatness. And he has gone on to inspire non-violent protest around the world. We celebrate today the nation India has become, the world's largest democracy, one of the world's great economies. But perhaps most of all, we celebrate here in Australia the great ties between India and Australia. And those ties are many and varied, and they are strong. They go deeper than trade, as important as trade is. They go deeper than education, as close as our educational links are. They go deeper than being both members of the Commonwealth of Nations. And my friends, they even go deeper than cricket. The links between Australia and India are strongest because of you, because of the great and vibrant Indian-Australian population. I'm very pleased with the fact that this year again, as I announced last week, India continues to be the third largest source of permanent migrants to Australia. A very good thing we can all be very pleased about. We can celebrate the contribution of each and every one of those Indian Australians, those links that they've made and strengths that they've added to in our economy, but most of all in our society and in our culture. That means that those of us who've come from all around the world can celebrate the great Indian culture here in Australia. Particularly, can I say, in Western Sydney, I know my Western Sydney colleagues join with me, John Robertson, Ed Husick, Michelle Rowland in particular, in celebrating the fact that Singh is now the most common surname in Blacktown. What a wonderful thing. We celebrate every single contribution that every Indian Australian has made to our great nation. And this year also there's one more thing to celebrate. A great step forward this year. We celebrate the election of the first ever Australian of Indian heritage to the Australian Parliament, with the election of Senator Lisa Singh from Tasmania, who'll go on to be a very important member of the Gillard government. So, my friends, it's my great pleasure to join with you today. Congratulations to the Association for all the wonderful celebration and entertainment we have today, for the parade we saw, the reminder of Indian heritage. You know, I haven't had so much fun since I was walking through Hyderabad and I saw a wedding parade and they invited me to join them, and I spent the whole night at the wedding in typical Indian hospitality way that the Indians celebrate their great culture. I haven't seen such a great parade since those years ago. I look forward to going back to India soon to further those links and to celebrate again with you next year the great contribution of Indians to our great nation of Australia. Thank you very much.